Music royalties are payments made to artists, songwriters, producers, and rights holders for the use of their music in various forms. They are a primary source of income for musicians and can come from a wide range of sources, depending on how the music is used. Here's a breakdown of the main types of music royalties. 1. Mechanical royalties. What are they? Mechanical royalties are paid to songwriters and rights holders whenever a copy of their music is made or distributed. This applies to both physical formats, like CDs, vinyl, and digital formats, like downloads and streams. How they're earned: physical sales. Every time a physical copy of a song, such as a CD or vinyl, is sold, a mechanical royalty is paid. Digital downloads. When your song is sold as a digital download, e.g. on iTunes, mechanical royalties are generated. Streaming. With streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, mechanical royalties are paid out based on how many times your music is streamed. Streaming generates both mechanical and performance royalties, though the rates are generally lower per stream. Who collects them? Publishing rights organizations, PROs. In the U.S., mechanical royalties are typically handled by agencies like the Harry Fox Agency or Music Reports. Digital distributors. If you use a service like DistroKid, TuneCore, or CD Baby, they will help you collect these royalties from digital platforms. Best for songwriters and rights holders, as they are the ones who typically earn mechanical royalties when their compositions are reproduced or distributed. 2. Performance royalties. What are they? Performance royalties are paid to songwriters, composers, and publishers whenever their music is publicly performed. This includes live performances, radio airplay, streaming, and even background music in venues like restaurants or stores. How they're earned: radio play. When your song is played on terrestrial, satellite, or internet radio, performance royalties are generated. TV and film. Music used in television shows, films, or commercials generates performance royalties when aired. Live performances. If your music is performed live in venues, clubs, or concerts, performance royalties can be collected, even if you're the one performing your own music. Streaming. Streaming services like Spotify pay performance royalties each time your music is streamed. Who collects them? Performing rights organizations, PROs. Organizations like ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC in the US, or PRS in the UK, collect performance royalties on behalf of songwriters, composers, and publishers. They then distribute these royalties based on reports from radio stations, streaming platforms, and venues. Best for songwriters and publishers who earn money whenever their compositions are played publicly. 3. Sync royalties. What are they? Sync royalties are earned when your music is used in synchronization with visual media. This includes movies, TV shows, commercials, video games, or online content like YouTube videos. How they're earned: film and TV licensing. When a music supervisor or producer licenses your song to be used in a film, TV show, or commercial, you earn a sync fee up front. Additionally, if the show or film is broadcasted, performance royalties can be generated from airplay. YouTube and online content, music used in YouTube videos, advertisements, or other online visual content generates sync royalties, though performance royalties might also come into play depending on the platform. Who collects them? Direct licensing deals. Sync royalties are often negotiated directly between music supervisors, or the party using the music, and the rights holders, songwriters, publishers, and sometimes the artist. Publishing companies and sync agents also facilitate these deals. YouTube Content ID. Platforms like YouTube use Content ID to track music used in videos and pay out royalties to rights holders. Best for artists and songwriters whose music is used in visual media, as sync deals can often pay significant upfront fees in addition to long-term performance royalties. 4. Print royalties. What are they? Print royalties are earned when your sheet music is sold or licensed for use. How they're earned: sheet music sales. If your music is published in sheet music form and sold through stores or online, print royalties are earned. Who collects them? Print royalties are usually handled by music publishers or sheet music companies. Best for composers, and songwriters who release their music in notated form. 5. Other types of royalties. Neighboring rights. Royalties. These royalties are earned by performing artists and sound recording owners, not the songwriters, when their sound recordings are publicly performed. For example, when a song is played on international radio stations, the performing artist may earn royalties through neighboring rights organizations like Sound Exchange. Digital performance royalties. These are specific to non-interactive digital platforms like Pandora or SiriusXM, where the user doesn't choose the exact song that plays. Sound Exchange handles these royalties in the U.S. breakdown of who earns which royalties, type of royalty, who earns it, how it's generated, mechanical royalties, songwriters, publishers, physical sales, digital downloads and streams, performance royalties, songwriters, composers, publishers, radio play, live performances, streaming, TV film airplay. Sync royalties, artists, songwriters, publishers, music licensed for use in visual media, print royalties, composers, songwriters, sale of sheet music, neighboring rights royalties, performing artists, recording owners, public performance of sound recordings, e.g. radio. Conclusion. Music royalties are crucial for artists, songwriters, composers, and rights holders to generate income from their work. Whether through mechanical royalties for sales and streams, performance royalties for airplay and live performances, or sync royalties from visual media placements, understanding how these royalties work ensures that musicians can maximize their earnings from their creations.